Good morning, guys. Today I am going to be filming a houseplant collection video. I got a request the other day to do some more houseplant videos and I haven't done one in quite a while, so I'm gonna go through and show you all of the plants that I have in my house. I haven't done a video like this since last summer, and honestly I've been less into the houseplant stuff this year, so I'm probably gonna forget the names of a lot of things, but I'll try to leave them down here if I don't say the correct thing. So let's start back here. This is the dining room table. This is the dining room table right here. And I've got some plants over here. And then over on this side, I have the doors to the backyard. So we have lots of light. Usually these shades are not pulled. Usually they have plenty of light over here in the corner. But this is also the north side of my house. I have learned as a houseplant parent, the windows that you put stuff in really isn't that big of a deal. I thought it would be a bigger deal than it has turned out to be in the past year and a half that I've been a houseplant mommy. But anyway, let's talk about the plants. All right, this guy right here is a Congo Rojo. He's a little bit crazy looking. I do have him staked actually, just so he doesn't flare out and take up too much space. I have this Monstera, who was just a teeny tiny little thing last year that I bought. This is gonna be hard to film because these guys are a little bit crazy. But yeah, he's got some crazy roots going on him, but he was just a little thing last year, and I have him on a moss pole this year, and he's getting a little bit bigger, starting to get just a couple little splits in his leaves. I've got this here ZZ plant. Actually, I've divided him into like 3 plants or something, so he was a lot bigger. This is my lovely peace lily who hates my guts. As you can see, it was so big and beautiful last year, and it seriously hates me this year. It hasn't even put out any of the little white peace lily flowers this year. It's just very unhappy with me, but whatever, I don't care. This one is a black cardinal philodendron, and I also have him staked up a little bit. Down here, I do keep a light on these guys. It has like blue and red lights on there, just because I kind of feel like it gets a little dark over here. This is, I have no idea what this is. Chinese something or other. Maybe I'll turn off the lights so you can actually see the colors on these guys. Okay, so this guy, he's also a little bit sad at me. Chinese money plant, maybe? I really don't remember. This one is some kind of, this is a Dieffenbachia, maybe? A Chinese evergreen with a little bit of pinkiness on there. This is probably dead, but that was a tea plant, Hawaiian tea plant, and it dies and comes back and dies and comes back all the time, so I don't know, he looks pretty dead to me. This, I don't remember what this is called, some kind of peperomia or something, but it's kind of like silvery. It's super duper pretty. You can see I've got some dead stuff going on down here. I really need to take care of that. So ever since I was pregnant with Barret, he was born in April. Ever since he was born, I'm just not taking care of the plants as much as I used to. Like the last part of my pregnancy, plus since he was born, just having a tiny person around, it's a little bit much. So there are some dead spots, there are some unhappy plants, but that's just because I've kind of been slacking, okay? Honestly, that's really what the problem is. Having a tiny person around makes taking care of the plants a little bit more difficult. Now here is one of my favorites. This is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, and I recently actually had to chop off his top because he's as tall as I wanted him to be, and he's starting to get a little tiny growth nub right there. So we'll see what he does, see if he goes all crooked like or something once he this pole needs to be stabilized a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I love this guy though. He's super pretty and he grows so fast. Okay, back to the shelf area. I've got another one of those, whatever this is called. I feel like it's a Chinese money plant, but I could be totally wrong. This is a golden pothos, just some cuttings from another one that I have. He's right there in the middle. On the edge here is another one of the black cardinal philodendrons. And then this is another one of those Dieffenbachias. Just, these are just like, a baby plant that came off of another plant, all the cuttings from another plant, just little plants I've made from my other plants. These are like the plant babies. Why can't I remember what this guy is called? What are you called? Why you got this dead leaf? Anyway, I'll leave it down below. It was just one single cutting, and I have cut it a couple more times, so I have more little cuttings inside of here. Honestly, some of them are not doing the greatest, but yeah, so one day he will be all nice and viney, but he's just got little babies right now. This little guy, what is he called? Some kind of prayer plant. He really needs to be repotted. Oh my gosh, he's doing like way worse than I thought he was. But yeah, he's beautiful. I mean, he's gorgeous, but he definitely needs a bigger pot, I'm thinking, because he's starting to like really take up a lot of space over here. Here's another ZZ that I took off of the one that was over there on the floor over there. And this is one of my favorites. This is a philodendron micans, and they're like velvety. I think that's what it's called. Velvety leaves. And when they first come, they're like brown, you know, like coppery looking. It's gorgeous, and it's all viney all over the place. Super duper pretty. Up here in this corner, I have my mama golden pothos. You can see he or she was pretty mad at me a while back. Lost a bunch of these leaves here on this vine. Like I said, guys, I'm not the best plant mom this year. But yeah, anytime she starts getting way too many or way too long, I just chop them off and propagate them, put them somewhere else, as you'll see over here. So over here on this windowsill, this is at my kitchen sink, I have propagation stuff. So I have a little, it's gonna be hard to see because of the window, but this is a couple little jade plants, a golden pothos, a neon philodendron, a, what are they called? Pothos Enjoy, a Brazil philodendron, and this is the top part of that Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that I'm actually gonna give to my sister once he starts getting some good roots in there. But yeah, I just keep all of these guys in water until they have bunches of roots. Most of these I could probably pot up if I wanted to. This is probably really dusty. Anyway, they're probably ready to go into pots, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Up at the top here, I have my other Enjoy pothos and my other Enjoy pothos up above the sink. And then over this way on the other cabinet, I have my regular heartleaf philodendron, and I'm starting to get him to go across. I could probably put another little hook on this side so I could get him to actually go across this little opening here, but yeah, he's working on it. He's one of my favorites. They're so beautiful. Here in the living room, this is the other north side window. This is a Hoya carnosa, I believe. Super cute. He doesn't need a lot of water. He just does whatever he wants. And this is my, is this just the regular? Or maybe he's a golden pothos. He's got some spots, so golden pothos. Over here, I actually divided him and the one who is in the corner over there. They were one plant at one point. Over here at my messy little station of crap is another ZZ plant just on the table. I have my mama Brazil philodendron right here. My beautiful rubber plant. I love this guy. He grew super duper fast. He was like the teeny tiniest little thing last year. It's so crazy. This is just some kind of succulent thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but you can tell he's reaching for the light because this is the south side of my house, but I have a porch out there, so he doesn't get like super intense light or anything. I don't know what this guy is, some kind of aloe or something. I don't know what he is, but he's cute. This is a different kind of peperomia, I believe. My sister gave me him. This is my aloe vera, who actually got hurt last night. I don't know where, but Aaron brought me up a piece of him last night. One of these little edges got broken off. He really needs to be in a safe space. You can see he's gotten a lot of broken edges. This is the Mama Jade. I have a little propagations of this guy on the back window. This guy is so dusty. He always gets super dusty. This is a Golden Gate ficus who has been like, you know, kind of bonsai'd or whatever. And actually I lost a piece of her last year and then propagated her into this guy over here. So I've got two of them that came from the same plant. what is this called? A Dracena, something like that. But I took off the top to propagate him, and he's making like a super crazy direction now since I chopped off the top of him. This is an anthurium with the pretty red flowers. He's got a dead one over there that I need to get rid of, but people say these are hard. This guy has survived even with all of my neglect, so he's been okay. This is, maybe this is a Chinese money plant. What is this one called? Some kind of money tree, maybe? I don't know, but I like this guy. He loses leaves pretty easily if he doesn't get enough water. He gets pretty pissed, especially over the winter, I noticed. But yeah, he's one of my favorites. I like him. I think he's pretty. Over here on this little table, I have some snake plants. So we've got this guy who made this leaf and this leaf new this year. It took him a whole year to start putting out any kind of new growth. This came from my sister. I'm not sure exactly what kind he is, but he's just a little tiny baby. And this one here is one of the moonshine snake plants, who are just super duper gorgeous. I love it. Such a pretty color. I don't know if you can really see how pretty it is on camera, but it's very gorgeous. Like a pale minty kind of green, I think. Okay, so that was everything downstairs, and Barret is napping upstairs, so I'm gonna try to be a little bit more quiet as I tell you about the upstairs plants here. Let me show you right at the top of the steps. We have a jungle going on. Okay, so this is my Monstera jungle here. Got my favorite Monstera. He's just a cutting, but he's big and gorgeous, and he's got his own little moss pole. He's got these massive leaves, and he finally just started putting out leaves with holes in them. Yeah, so he's my favorite. He's super gorgeous, and he was a cutting that came off of this guy over here who was a big giant mess. He's just crazy. And there's actually another cutting right here you can see in this pot. And he is also kind of crazy. I don't need this many. I would really totally get rid of that one and just keep this guy over here, but nobody wants them. Nobody I know ever wants my plants. Okay, down here I have a black raven ZZ who has always had these kind of like sad looking leaves and is also so dusty. My goodness, guys. Here is a rubber tree who sprouted up next to my big mama rubber tree. Is this one a Chinese money plant? What's this one called? I can't remember. But he's kind of crazy, so I have him staked up a little bit. This is another one of those Dieffenbachias. They put out babies like crazy, guys. Like, so I have like a ton of Dieffenbachia babies. And then this is a palm who's kind of sad. Sometimes he looks happy. Sometimes he looks kind of sad. Then up top here I have a neon philodendron who grows like crazy. This is actually a bunch of cuttings from another one that I have that I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, they grow a ton, man. In my bedroom, my desk is super dusty. I'm so sorry. I look like such a hobo. But this is a moonshine sansevieria again. It was just like a baby that came off of the one from downstairs. And this is a big old snake plant here. I think it's called black coral, maybe. It's super gorgeous. I love it. The only thing that kind of bugs me is that this like cover is like way bigger than the pot, so like it just looks funky. I would like it to be more rounded, but whatever, not a big deal. But they just sit here, and then I always try to open up this window right here. This is the north side of the house again, so they just get like some tiny bit of light, nothing too crazy. This is just a regular old green pothos on a stand, and this is the bathroom, so he just gets whatever random bathroom light comes through here. But in the bathroom, we have more, of course. This is a Hoya, some kind of princess, crimson princess maybe. I found it at Walmart and I was like, OMG, this is super awesome. But yeah, he's kind of cool. Doesn't need too much water. I have the mama neon philodendron, who I took the cuttings off of for the out in the hallway. Lots and lots of leaves. The cool thing about this guy is that every once in a while you'll get a leaf, like see how they're just plain, all one neon green color. Every once in a while you'll get a random one that has some splotches of like darker green, which is super fun. This guy up here, sorry, I'm sure it's dusty. This is a, what are you called? Silver pothos? Satin pothos? Something like that. But yeah, he comes all the way down here. And I do need to take some cuttings of him because he's getting a little bit long, you can see. Then over on this side, we have some sad plants. This is a arrowhead Maria, who has a ton of deadness, and also, ew, gross, gross, gross. This is another Dieffenbachia. Once again, another Dieffenbachia. And then over here by the window, I have an arrowhead plant who's starting to get like really long, like starting to like tilt out of her little spot here. They do vine, but kind of in an ugly and weird way, honestly. So yeah, there you go. That's my little houseplant tour for the summer or fall-ish of 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave a link down below to my 2020 summertime houseplant tour because all these guys look so different and so much bigger this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for requesting it. If you want to see more houseplant stuff, let me know. I probably should go around and water these guys, get some dead growth out of them. They really need some TLC right now. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Let me know what else you want to see here on this channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.